Even a stone has life. Everything has got life. Okay. But there are different stages, different levels of life. You cannot murder human beings. That everybody knows. But the next step you have to understand, you can't murder any animals. Okay. Plants are the natural food for all the animals. And minerals are the natural food for all the plants. The plants take minerals. The animals take plants. And we are also an animal taking plant. We are herbivorous animals. We are not carnivorous animals. We don't have the canine teeth. We don't have the biological structure to eat meat. That's why we should never eat meat, because we are not biologically designed for that. Some animals are biologically designed to eat meat. This human body is not biologically designed to eat meat. We are biologically designed only to eat plant food. Whatever is biology, we have to agree with it, go with it.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon and evening. Food choices are a very important consideration. For a practitioner of yoga, meditation. This week we are understanding how meditation improves our well-being, physical and mental well-being. Health is the basic, is foundation. If there is no health, everything stops. The moment we are worried about health, then suddenly we come back to take care of it. We know it. COVID is a basic example. Everybody stopped, the world stopped because they were worried about health. So then everybody kept indoors. So no matter what we possess, what we have, what we do, if the health is not there, we recognize that suddenly we can't do things that we wanted to do. Many of us face this. What we take for granted, if we don't consider it, give it due consideration, this body, this intelligent body, that we do not understand many aspects of it at all. The modern medicine perhaps doesn't even understand even 4% of it, much less of it. But you project, based on what little we know, you project that, this is how it's probably going to work. That's why many times illnesses come, there's no name for it. Then you keep giving a new name, because we don't understand it yet. If there is a holistic way to take care of this health, then we look at those principles of how we can apply them. And one of the principles, of course, is to go with plant-based diet, a vegetarian diet. We said in the day one that we meditate, then we are disengaged from the past and future worries and anxieties, and so then we are in the present moment, and so the stress is not there, so we are going to have a excellent physical health. Part of it is sleep comes. Sleep is so fundamental for health. going into the depth of meditation, going into the deep sleep states are very important for the body to heal. And so that happens in meditation. So meditation is equal to unconscious sleep. Sleep is unconscious meditation. Meditation is conscious sleep. Tiny. There's youthfulness we talked about. There's energy we talked about yesterday. That we gain energy. Health and energy are there. Then we can do things. We are worry-free. We are worry-free. Our health is not coming because something is happening in the environment. It's happening because the way we think, our thought patterns, our living patterns. Psychosomaticism is called. The more we experiment, the more we will know how it's going to change our body's well-being forever. Vegetarian plant-based diet is that way too. For various reasons that we are very considerate in moving towards a vegetarian diet. Essentially not harm, not kill, not cause violence. The animal kingdom. The practitioner of meditation who is becoming from matter to energy, who is wanting to transform themselves completely, to go into the state of liberation, that no suffering, this becomes fundamental. Plant-based adoption of plant-based diet becomes a necessity. Bhagavad Gita in Indian scripture, which is talking about the essence of how we can lead life, essence of leading life. What should we learn? How should we practice of meditation? Then what should we do during wakeful time? Karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga. All of them are there. One of them it says, yuktahara viharasya, yukta chestasya karmasu, yukta swapnama bodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. This shloka, this stanza is clearly telling, yuktahara viharasya, yukta ahara, so eat right food. Viharasya, we use the enjoyment, right enjoyment. Vihara, you do vihara, but just don't stop doing. You can go and do some pleasures of life, must be there. But yukta, right. Yukta ahara, yukta vihara. Yukta chestasya karmasu. Do all your works in a way that is yukta, that is right. What is right? Don't do things that are at the expense of somebody else. What's right? Don't do things that are at the expense of yourself and somebody else. You are always there in everything. Yukta vihara, not overly indulging, not doing anything at all. Neither here nor there, somewhere in the middle, right path, middle path. That's what Gautam Buddha is always about. Be in the middle path. Not more, not less. Yukta chestasya karmasu. Yukta chestasya karmasu means our karma, our actions that we are doing must be beneficial to you, beneficial to me, beneficial to everybody. Not at the cost of somebody that I do my enjoyment, that I do my work just for me. We don't think just for me. Yukta swapna avabhodasya, yukta swapna and yukta avabhodasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. Even asleep must be right, not more, not less. Yoga nidra, yoga, yukta sleep. If you sleep while observing our breath, we go into yoga. While doing yoga, we go into sleep. We go into yoga nidra. Yoga is what? Yoga is union. Union of something with something. Dhyana yoga means being in union with all the knowledge that we want to learn. So be always think about learning yoga, Dhyana yoga. Karma yoga is be one with the work that you're doing, become completely, be with it. But yoga means chitta vritti nirodha. Or in yoga, this is called Raja Yoga. The Raja Yoga is saying, and we learned in the first week, what is not meditation, what's meditation. Meditation is Raja Yoga. Training of the mind, or emptying the mind, going beyond the mind. Beyond the body, Hatha Yoga, go beyond the body. Hatha Yoga is the body, we're trying to mend the body. But Raja Yoga is go beyond the mind. Mind and body separating us from what we are. And so then we do yoga, the true yoga, Raja Yoga, Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So emptying the mind stuff. So we do these. And so yoga nidra, so you go sleep, swapna, you go to sleep, then right sleep will happen. Not more, not less. It's got to happen for people. Only when we are ready to follow a body. We can do any amount of meditation, but then if you keep thinking that, oh, the experts told me, the books are telling me that this is saying that, okay, I must sleep 8 hours, I'm going to hold on to that rigid belief, then you will be like that. And then it's going to have, at some point, another implication. It's going to have implication. Lethargy, laziness. It's going to show up. What is right, what we feel right, what our body is telling us to follow. Yuktahara viharasya, eat right food. Right is always, can be equated to dharma. Dharma is always about taking care of our larger self and ourselves. Who are we? Are we just this body? We ask ourselves the question, am I just this body? We have answers. Aham Brahmasmi. Our whole practice is going to be about recognizing that Aham Brahmasmi. Tattvamasi, you are that, I am that. I am everything. The answer now is quantum physics too. We are this quantum energy field, the whole. We are the whole. We are not just this, we are matter so little, we are energy the whole. I am son of God, you are son of God. You are the same. We're all the same. And we are the whole. So who are we? Are we just this? If we are the whole. If we are the whole, then do we take care of the whole or we just take care of ourselves? So from that perspective, dear friends, when we experience the wholeness, then we know that we are much more. Our meditation helps us to experience the wholeness. But then we start taking the right actions, everything right food. Okay, my stomach wants, my taste buds want something special, then should I be eating that meat, but at the same time cause so much suffering to the other thing? Is it right? It also wants to live, just like us. Right food, right vihara, yukta vihara, means right enjoyments, not causing harm to others, not being very considerate of everybody around. Enjoyment. Can going into the forest and then doing this hunting, can that be a great enjoyment? hunting sport, night sports, going and disturbing everything. The nature is there, but we put loud music and then just cause so much disturbance to everything around. Is it right? Would we agree if somebody is coming and then putting loud music in the night in the neighbor? First thing we do is to go and complain. We don't agree, but then yet you want to just go and do things. Yuktahara viharasya, yukta chestasya karmashu. Our actions must be yukta, must be right. Yukta swapnama bodhasya, sleep. Our bodhasya, wakeful time, what should we do? Do the right thing, acquire a lot of knowledge, right knowledge. That helps us to understand that we are much more than the body, we are whole, we have unlimited potential. There are only these principles are there, 3 principles of spiritual science. We are much more than the body. We are this whole field, we are whole this energy, Brahmand. Second, we are in that Brahmand that when we consider ourselves that way, we have unlimited potential, not limit. How many ways you can experience life? We have unlimited potential. Third, our thoughts create a reality. So we recognize that potential, we unlock that potential through a thought. If we really understand these 3 principles, and this whole program is going to be helping us understand it. And so then we are there. We're going to have a great, great life, a different life. So we'll understand today, dear friends, after meditation, the food choices we make, why is it important? Well, it becomes right, our dharma, fundamental practice, to be doing the right, considerate choices, ethical choice of food. There are many, many reasons of why one must look at switching to vegetarianism at once, plant-based at once. I used to be eating meat. 2002 was eating meat 5 times a week. But then as I started my practice, and then the moment I understood this concept, I said, somewhere I felt deeply it's not right. It's not right anymore to be participating in then killing. And so then it stopped. Our entire family stopped. Yukta swapna bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. Yukta yoga more. Do this yukta yoga means everything moderate. Everything moderate. How do we get moderation? When we practice meditation, our mindfulness will come in. Awareness will come in. And so then we know it. Where to stop. We don't overindulge. We don't stop experiencing anything. Neither we, not here nor there. We do everything. We go for a movie. Of course, we want to go for a movie, experience that creation. We go everywhere. We want to go into the nature. All of the things we do, all the sensory pleasures, we want to do a party, we do it. It's okay. Nothing wrong in doing stuff. Moderation is key. Yukta is key. Right and moderate. Yuktahara, metahara. Everything is right and moderate are the difference. Our meditation will give us moderation, and then our knowledge will give us right stuff. Our knowledge will able to increase the ability to discriminate what is right and wrong, and so we do right things. Automatically it comes. What you do unto yourself, do unto others. What you don't do unto yourself, don't do unto others. Jesus Christ. It comes, that principle kicks in automatically. Oh, if I put myself in the shoe, would I be doing this? No. Did I want it? No. Okay, then we stop doing it to others. We must become that aware. And everything we do, think, speak, and then act, we become aware. We must develop that awareness, and it's got to happen. Meditation is a great aid for it, dear friends. Let's go into a practice. We are doing breath mindfulness meditation. Ana-Pana-Sati Meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind and be in that emptiness, and then we observe the breath with our eyes closed. Automatically our mind becomes empty. And then when we are experiencing the emptiness, Monica, can you share a slide? When we experience emptiness, we may experience sensation, movement, and so we be a witness to all of it without interpretation. So observe the breath, automatically the mind is becoming empty, and then be in that empty state, and whatever sensation may happen, experience them. Ana-Pana-Sati slide, next slide. Experience them. And in case thoughts, you bring your attention back to the breath and observe the breath. If you have thoughts, attention back to the breath and observe. And it's going to happen many times. And then however many times it happens that thoughts are there, bring your attention back to the breath and again observe. Observe your breath and slowly go into empty states. It's called breath mindfulness meditation. Before you do this, we're doing heart elevation process, a 5-minute process to help us go into this breath mindfulness meditation deeply. So switch the slide and then relax yourself, dear friends. Just follow my guidance for this heart elevation process. So relax yourself, close your eyes, remove spectacles. Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, specs removed, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart. And with a slow, long, relaxing breath, can you feel a beautiful heart? Feel this seat of all emotions, your primary connection to this quantum field or your experiences of life with its energies of love, compassion, appreciation. Recollect an experience from your past, from the present, where you felt enormous love, compassion, appreciation, or any of the higher emotions. relive that moment and feel that energy. And can you intend to radiate that energy, to send that energy to all things and everybody? To help them heal, to help them become a better person, better entity. We are all deeply interconnected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy, intricately connected with each other. The more we experience this energy, the more we become coherent with all things and everybody. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. Your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap, eyes closed. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are going into powerful group meditation. Observe your normal in breath and the out breath, and allow yourself to slowly become empty. As your mind is becoming empty, we channelize all that energy into the generous present moment. We develop greater awareness. Our body functions at its natural best. Thoughts are natural. If you recognize you are thinking, go back to observing your breath, your friends, and allow yourself to slowly experience emptiness. That greater consciousness. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience this emptiness of no body, of no thing. As your mind becomes empty, you move away from matter. You experience that energy, that emptiness, spreading far and wide. All emptiness is energy. The quantum field of creation, the place of unlimited, the field of abundance of energies of love, of compassion, of empowerment, of mystic. the longer you stay aware of this emptiness, the more you tune in to these energies, the more experiences you draw into your life. If you find yourself in thought, go back to observing your breath, dear friends, and allow yourself find that emptiness all around. Allow yourself to merge into the emptiness of yourself. That field of connectedness around you. Everybody and everything are connected. The more you are in this emptiness,
the more you become whole again.
We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you,
And recollect your experiences from this session. How did you feel? What did you see? Whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Let's watch this small video. Monica, can you play that?
Yes, sir, I'm playing.
This topic is a very important topic for a practice of meditation. We might have come for many things. We might have come for just healing my health or wanting a job promotion. The reasons may be many, and the reasons may have any relevance to the food choice. The fact of the matter is, once we come into meditation, that means we have the capability and ability to become that infinite potential. And if you want to be that, then here is an opportunity to understand these aspects clearly and then move towards it. Everything is a belief system. Before taking into vegetarian food, I used to think it's just impossible. It's impossible for me to even give up. Impossible. How is it possible? I mean, this is a food. These are food choices. How is it possible? It's how to think. But today, having gone through 20 plus years of great health without having to go to visit, taking medication or consultants, the body scans and surveys and all that, whatever that is. And then I find myself to be great when I look at the kind of food that we can eat, the tasty, sattvic energy we can eat. Nothing is missed. Nothing is missed. Let me put up the slides, dear friends, and then I request you pay close attention to some of these aspects. If we are whole and then we want to take care of the whole, then this presentation must be looked at closely. Everything is changeable. It's only a belief system. And those who adopted to plant-based diet or vegetarian diet are very, very, very happy and free and healthy. So why vegetarianism? Let's look at a few things. The greatness of a nation, its moral progress, can be judged by the way its animals are treated. Mahatma Gandhiji. Something to think about, and these are the similar quotes that you'll find from many, many, many people. We're going to go through some scientific aspects here. Why go away? Staying healthy, caring for animals, protecting the planet, economic stakes, and universal wisdom about what many, many religions and people are saying. Common diseases among meat eaters are heart disease, blood pressure, breast cancer, so many, many of them that they, from a research perspective, find that there's a lot more percentage that they occur. These, for example, obesity, more than 60%. People who eat vegetarian versus meat, the meat eaters have more than 60% higher things of getting into obesity. What are we designed to eat? Starting from the facts, herbivorous and carnivorous. How quickly we digest vegetarian food versus non-veg food. So we look at the body's composition and the way our teeth are there. For a carnivore, for the meat-eating animal, they're sharp and pointed, where we have broad and flat for grinding. You can't grind meat, you got to tear it. Colon 10 to 12 times body length for us, which is long colon. So when the food goes through, it needs to pass through the entire colon. Whereas for those meat-eating animals, only 3 to 6 times. So it just goes in and then comes out pretty quickly. Just a meter long versus multiple meters long for humans. And so then the food that goes through the whole system is getting decomposed. And then if the longer it stays, it gets decomposed a lot more. For many reasons, dear friends. We are an herbivore. We are here to choose the food and then it needs to be very, very light. Very, very light. We got to experiment this. Everything we're learning in this program, dear friends, is an experimentation. Nothing needs to be believed, just have to experiment. Many people, when they come to meditation, they're looking at it and saying, why not? If it's going to benefit greatly me, then why not? So they take a resolution. I'm not going to try, I'll become vegetarian for the next 3 weeks. They do that. And when I ask that you take a challenge, 40-day challenge, see what happens. And see if you miss something and you feel very, very light, healthy, and you feel good, more importantly. The top killer in the worldwide, cancer. 15% in the United States, 3% all less. Vegetarianism is reducing by 60%. They're all actual studies, Birmingham Health Study. This was, when I read this, this is meat contains an average 13 times more pesticides than vegetables. More pesticides, of course, and more foodborne illnesses, because many things are done for a chicken or for a meat or a beef or goat to be growing, and then we're needing to give a good, more food. I don't know if it's good, but there are more. The industry wants more out of everything. And animals are put to great torture at the time of killing them. And so all that pain, the agony, so much of all that the chemical, the cortisols and this and that gets dumped into it. And then everything goes into the bloodstream, gets absorbed, and then is taken and eaten. Shifting and looking a little bit around water. This is baffling, when I read this. 300 gallons of water. So look at what does it take to grow. To grow a pound of lettuce, 23 gallons. Wheat, 25 gallons of water. Whereas a pound of chicken, 15 gallons. Beef requires 5,000 gallons. Which means we are potentially consuming an order of multiple orders of magnitude of higher water. 150 times more water, potatoes or wheat, compared to trying to produce meat. So much water, gallons of water is required. 40% of water supply is polluted, and half of it at China is from the livestock. Pollutions, and then half of the polluted water is from the livestock. For various reasons, these are facts that are there through various research. Now look at this one, deforestation. 70% of forests are raised for grazing, because they need to grow grass, they need to have land, and so then you have to deforest them. So the facts about the greenhouse gases, the facts about how the land is removed. Of course, land is removed means all the temperatures are rising. Sustainability. 2.5 acres of land can feed 22 people with potatoes, while it feeds only 1 to 2 people with meat and chicken. To produce basically a pound of meat or a pound of chicken. So what you got to do so much of feed has to be produced, that much goes into the cattle, and so then you produce it. These numbers are mind-boggling in terms of how sustainability. I mean, when you look from sustainability, look from the pollution levels, and look from temperatures, all of these become a different consideration altogether. There are people struggling for water, then they walk miles, and then here, 150 times water goes waste. And this fact that, when the food is produced, and that video showed 56 billions of animals are raised and then killed for meat. And so all of them, of course, need food. You raise them and you kill them, and they need food. And so that's why majority of the food that's grown is going to the livestock. On the other side, 40 million people are dying of hunger. Gross inequality, and then gross misutilization of food that is coming out. Of course, much gets also wasted in here, 77%, 2%, what happens remaining, it goes waste, because this is where the whole sustainability, eco-friendliness comes in. Food produced in Mexico and so many fruits, all of them completely get spoiled by the time it reaches the warehouses, the final floors of the shops. And so all of it goes waste. So this is where comes the, consideration for environment to eat food that is more locally grown. Then all of this waste will not be there. But that's a different topic. Global warming. Rearing cattle produces more greenhouse gases than driving cars, a UN report. This is an interesting fact that when I was studying this, how many billions of dollars are spent in promoting a good, healthy topic versus, things that actually are causing so much of ill health to us. When a new burger is produced, a new burger is created by these MNC giants, they spend billions of dollars just to promote it, program individuals, whereas a National Cancer Institute has got just a mere, not even $1 million budget to promote how vegetables are much better. Our thought process, our consideration, because a lot of it is lack of awareness, of understanding of how things are happening. Of course, much of it is greed. Greed by the businesses, greed by, one is lack of awareness at all, another is by greed. So coming to this more ethical side of it, the time-tested wisdom is there. Ayurveda is talking about vegetarian diet always. Yoga, the cornerstone of this ahimsa, non-violence, this great system that is originated from India, is talking about vegetarian diet, non-violence. Non-violence means that no violence to the animals too. Buddhist monks commonly practice vegetarianism, and then there is some about Christianity, of course. Jesus Christ talking about taking always the most compassionate individual that we talk about, we say love and compassion, that's Jesus Christ. That's why he's always holding a small goat in his hand. How is it possible that then such a great master promoted eating meat? Patriji, that I've heard this from him, and has been such a strong proponent of vegetarianism, because he said, if you truly want to become spiritual, and if you say that love, and if you say there is compassion, those words have meaning only when you actually are taking care of these animals, just by not practicing to eat meat. Otherwise, there's no meaning to it. It's just a word that we're doing, giving. Be compassionate, be loving. And one side we are eating animals. And it might be difficult to, it's always, many things are believed that are disturbed. The reason people go back and quit certain things are because their personality is disturbed. If personality is disturbed, then we feel that, oh, this is not for me, because we don't want to look into ourselves. That's the whole idea. Meditation makes us to look into ourselves, and then so that we can start changing things that are not serving us anymore, and serving us means us as individual, as a whole. But we don't want to. And so many times we withdraw from it. The moment we hear, oh, meditation, they're going to ask us to become vegetarians. It's a choice, by the way. In the end, it's your choice. Where you want to be in the scale is your choice. But at least having that understanding will give us an idea that what could be right, what's not right. Should I be part of the problem? Can I help can I help reduce the problem? Can I be the change? We can think about it and take an action appropriately. Luckily, thankfully, this meditation is developing a whole brain synchronization. It's doing a couple of things. It helps the whole brain synchronization and produces a lot of neural capacity. And so there are areas which are developing empathy into us will be increased. So temporal parietal junction is there. There's one of those different lobes. Whatever, there's part of the brain which is more about increasing empathy. This meditation will develop the circuits, create some more empathy. And it reduces fears about food choices, fears about this and that. And so then one side, reduction of fear, another side, more empathy. And so we must become more, and gradually we'll understand what is the right thing to do. We'll truly understand the meaning of ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Ahimsa, parama is the greatest dharma, is the responsible action that we can do, ahimsa. That is the greatest statement from India, is for nation. It's only a lip service for many. We've never even bothered about the meaning of it. But now we'll apply truly what it means in our lives. The concern and the worry for many people is that what is the alternative? We got to try, dear friends. And if you go into a vegetarian diet, you become and you see it's such a tasty food, such a protein food, nutrient food, energy food, sharpness of the mind. You got to experiment to see it. George Bernard Shaw, animals are my friends. I don't eat my friends. Don't eat my friends. A few things just quickly. Gautama Buddha. To become a vegetarian is to step into the stream which leads to nirvana. Jesus Christ, do not do unto others that which you would not have them to do unto you. It is simple. We apply this fact. One becomes a vegetarian immediately, stops killing, immediately, stops participating in that whole process. Do not do unto others that which you would not have them do unto you. And then many more things are there. And the flesh of slain breast in his body will become his tomb. For he who kills himself, and who eats the flesh of the slain breast eats the body of death. So many things are there. Mahavijjan, all beings hate pain. Therefore, one should not hurt or kill them. Ahimsa is the highest religion. Ahimsa is the highest religion. Chinese philosopher was greatly revered by people there. Anyone who has ever heard the scream of an animal being killed would never again eat flesh. Greatest philosopher Confucius has been practiced and followed. But then we ignore great statements because lack of awareness, lack of understanding. Saint Francis of Assisi, if you have men who will exclude any of God's creatures from the shelter of compassion and pity, you'll have men who will deal likewise with their fellow men. Mahatma Gandhi, we heard this, greatest nation. The greatness of a nation and moral progress is judged by the way animals are treated. And we give respect to this great master who did so much. He showed the world how non-violence can really help resolve conflicts. This whole peacekeeping forces in wars and all these media men, everything came because Mahatma Gandhi. Abraham Lincoln, I'm in favor of animal rights as well as human rights. Not only human rights, there's got to be animal rights. That's a way of being a whole being. So it goes on, dear friends. Albert Einstein. Human health, nothing will benefit human health and increase the chance of survival or life on earth as much as evolving to a vegetarian diet. Bill Clinton became a vegetarian. He says he lost 24 pounds just by being that. Carl Lewis, I know there is all these myths that have to be broken when you look at all these people. Carl Lewis, the fastest man considered in the century, is a vegetarian diet. And now our greatest cricketer has moved into vegetarian diet, Virat Kohli. Charles Darwin, love of all living creatures is the most noble attribute of man. George Bernard Shaw, we heard Isaac Newton, Leonardo da Vinci. Any name that you take, the greatest philosophers, greatest people that earth produced, that we read in our histories and this and that, many of them said consistently they're all about vegetarian food. Look at it. The time will come when men such as I will look upon the murder of animals as they now look on the murder of man. The time will come. This is the vision of this master. The murder of man is crime, murder of animals is crime, is what it's saying. Mark Twain, Plato, Aristotle, the greatest philosophers, and the philosophy is there. And then they talked about vegetarianism. Pythagoras, vegetarianism, mathematician. Rabindranath Tagore, vegetarianism. Steve Jobs, vegetarian. Thomas Edison, greatest inventor of all times in vegetarianism. Many, many Nobel laureates, vegetarianism. C.V. Raman, C. Subramaniam. In conclusion, dear friends, what choices we make? It's really that we can be part of the problem, or we can make a change. The change starts from us. And as a practice of meditation, anytime, as a practice of meditation, and then as we develop empathy, of course, our meditation will assist us to change, make a food choice, change. It'll assist us for sure, the practice. And then move us into doing the right things. We don't give up things with meditation. That's a big myth that we have to renounce things. With meditation, we move into doing the right things. We don't give up things, we do the right things. We think twice before uprooting a plant. We think twice before cutting off a tree. We think twice before causing something to an animal. All of this will happen. So move to the right things. By doing the right things means we have deeper, less cause and effect concept comes into it. When you do right thing, less effects in future. Because if I cause violence and harm to somebody, they also have thoughts, agitated thoughts. They're also putting their energies back into the field. So we are so connected field. So we are very interconnected. So you cannot escape from things that we don't do right. Let's conclude this with a short video, a 2-minute video of this important aspect of looking at why I must consider a plant-based diet or vegetarian diet. Many, many reasons. Yes, please.
I don't eat animals because it's bad for my body. And Dad, it's not good not to eat animals, but
How come?
because animals are our friends.
So I was 7 because we got chickens, kind of the pets that Dad wanted to eat them and get their eggs and stuff. And I didn't mind the eggs thing because I didn't really see what was wrong with that. But I didn't want to eat them because I fell in love with them and, they had names and such, so I would want to eat them. And then I sort of made the connection that, just because the other ones don't have names that I know doesn't mean they're any less special.
We don't want to kill animals. We want them to live their own lives.
To live.
Because us, like hurt them and just kill them. I want to play around in the spring and the summer. And I want to live all lovely in the wild. Because I don't want to kill animals and I don't want other people to kill them for me. I never want to be an animal again. Never.
Okay.
Okay, honey. Okay, all right.
Either plants, fruits, but no animal.
The first time my son came back home, he looked at the dog and he's like,
we have a dog at home and we're eating meat, and that got me thinking. I was like, I can't love one animal and do this to another. It's been proven time and time again that meat isn't great for your health, A. It isn't great for the environment, B. And I honestly feel that everyone wants to do it like us. We were pure non-vegetarian eaters, right? But we saw the change come. I've never gone to the gym before. Ritesh pushed me into the gym this year, and I'm lifting weights that I didn't know I could.
Vegetarian because it was connected to a health issue. So I was playing in South Africa early 2018, and I got issue in my neck. So my cervical spine had a couple of bulges coming out. They're hitting a nerve which went down my arm, and I was getting really bad pain. I couldn't sleep for even 10-15 minutes at night in one position. I just have to wake up constantly. Did scans, figured out there's a bulge coming out and it's hitting the nerve, so I had to take medicines just to be able to sleep every night. So he told me that my stomach became so acidic that the calcium from my bones was being pulled out to make the stomach alkaline. So your stomach needs to be alkaline to function properly. If it's too acidic, it just messes up your whole system. And that was directly connected to the amount of meat I was consuming. So he said, you need to change your diet. You need to make your diet less meat-based.
Virat and I keep talking about how we can lower our impact on the planet and make it a better place for the future generations.
One of the aspects of our lives we've changed is adopting a plant-forward diet, which means not consuming any meat at all.
And that's not only because we are animal lovers, but also because of the impact meat consumption has on the planet.
All right. Thank you very much, dear friends, for listening to this. These slides are available. We'll post them in case you'd like to be part of the change and want to promote and propagate this. Many of these facts are there. We just have to bring awareness so that people around will change to adopt a greater thing, because for themselves, just don't know. I say, eating meat is carrying a poison pill, taking the poison pill, and then we're just delaying the problem. That's all. Delaying the problem. If our children want to eat poison, as a mom, are we going to just sit and then look at it and say, okay, let it happen, maybe it's karma? Do we do that? We don't do that. We're going to go and by hook or crook, somehow we stop them from doing it. They're going to take drugs, we're going to stop them from doing it. We're going to take action, we're going to stop them. We're not just be, just calm and say, okay, there's a problem, okay, or no. This is the same with eating meat. It's a poison pill that's just being carried and eaten, and means that it's the things that are showing up in terms of health-wise and many, many reasons. Everything is very connected. So if we understand the magnitude of it, then we don't just keep quiet. We actively talk about it. We actively ask people to look at different considerations because we care for them. Thank you. Menaji, any announcements?
Yes, very profoundly explained, sir. Excellent. Great meditation and great masterclass as well. We have one announcement today. Tomorrow is Friday, so we'll have breakout room sessions where we can be with our facilitator in a smaller group, so more people have chance to share. So looking forward to that, and please do share. That's the only announcement, sir. Anybody who would like to ask question or want to share, just raise your hand, please.
Yes. So we'll take questions. I would like to hear your story of when you became a vegetarian, how things changed for you, right? Your views and understanding of it, right? So in 15 seconds, thank you. Have a wonderful day. We'll meet tomorrow to discuss more.
Every
dear friends. Feel free to share or ask any questions.
Yes, Manjulaji, how is your practice going? Yes.
I'm not able to be in the emptiness state of mind. I'm doing the practice, but I'm not able to go in that state.
You're not able to go into a state of emptiness.
Yes.
Is it new for you? Meditation, when did you start?
Yeah. Yeah.
Started with this program?
Yes.
When you say you're not able to go into the emptiness, you're saying that because you have a lot of thought. What it is? Is that why you're saying it?
No, my thoughts has been reduced, but I don't know. I'm not going in that state, sir. And
Your thoughts are reduced. Your thoughts are reduced. You're already in emptiness.
Okay.
There are times where we go into emptiness, which we don't recognize. Maybe you're trying, when I say allow yourself to experience that emptiness, you're trying to find that or something. Maybe that's why you're saying it.
Okay, sir.
If your thoughts are reduced, if you're saying my thoughts are getting reduced, I know it. That means you're already going to the empty states.
Okay, but many people are saying that we'll be seeing that thing, but I'm not able to see anything.
A few percentage people only see that way. Does not mean that those who don't see don't have good meditation. Meditation is not equal to having experiences in meditation. Meditation means having experience in life, better sleep, better food habits, better thought power, all of that.
And also one more thing I want to share is I was having a lot of knee pain, and also when I met the doctor, he told that I'm suffering from chondromalacia patella, and he told that you have to go on medicine and all, but I'm not interested to take the medicine. I stopped everything, but now I'm climbing the steps, for 4-5 times every day. Nothing is happening, and my waist pain also reduced completely. I don't know how it happened, but I'm feeling that.
Since when have you started practicing meditation? How many days now?
Yeah, just from the October 30th. Sir.
Okay. So in the last 11 days, you've seen this some kind of change.
Yes, sir. Yeah, lot of changes in my body. I'm feeling very energetic also.
Then why did you start and say, my meditation is not, I'm not going to emptiness? See, the classic case of how we are trained. We're trained to look at things that are not there, not trained to look at things that are there. Isn't it? I know you're asking because you want to excel in meditation. But already many things are happening to you.
Okay, sir.
Which means you're doing the right thing.
Okay, sir.
Already.
And one more thing I want to share, sir, regarding my personal, sir, parents are seeing the marriage proposal and all, but it is not at all happening, sir. Because when my parents, they met the astrologer, they told it seems by seeing my birth chart, she won't get the proposal according to her requirement. Everything will be in the reverse only. And that thought, it will be hitting me, it will be disturbing me a lot, sir. Nothing, I'm not able to manifest that thing, sir, in my life.
Yes, the day you change that belief, the day you change that belief, that signs of all of that based on your planetary positions, Jyotisham, this and that, all of that, palmistries, every science is there, but the science of meditation to develop that energy and a thought power is million times much far greater and stronger than that. Millions of times more energy.
What I need to do, sir, for that thing?
You have to just stop thinking that, oh, somebody told me, so I'm not going to, this is going to be very, very difficult, it may not happen at all. Just have to stop thinking about it. Instead, you start visualizing and dreaming the way you're going to have, live a great life with a partner that you're looking for. Visualize and dream, you're attracting a great loving partner. You are doing many things that you always dreamt of what you're doing. See, imagine you already are married to a great partner. And so what is your new life going to be? Visualize all of that as if it's happening. That's all we need. Next week, we're going to talk about manifestation. Yes, right? But to do that, we need to first overcome this limiting belief that somebody told me this is happening already 2 years are over, so things are taking time. oh, I think it's going to be so difficult.
Yes, sir.
I think that way, and it's going to
And
be that.
when I go to some social functions and all, everyone they'll keep on disturbing me, sir. So I stopped going only, sir, to functions and all.
Go to functions, but stop ignore. Yes, people don't have anything other than just giving a session. Oh, Amma still not got married. Oh, what's happening? They don't have anything else other than putting pressure. But pressure is taken by us here. Many of them don't know. They're ignorant of why they're saying it. Okay. Some people have passion to continue life without getting married for some time more, but it's not allowed. Because what they know is that, okay, you must get married by 23, 24. The pressure is taken here.
But
Nobody
many
is wrong.
people,
Nobody is
many,
wrong what their levels are. Nobody is wrong at their level. Everybody is right where they are. Okay.
but many people, I heard that destiny can't be changed. You know, it has to happen.
And that is the most biggest belief. My Vidhi Rata, my destiny is there. And so I'm like this. In this practice, we're talking of we are writing our own, we are designing our own plan. We change our plan. We recognize that we, as a whole, as an energy, we wrote our plan to experience certain things. And here, when we come, if we understand that plan, then we, for example, a lot of people don't have children. The only thing the society says you must have children. Because that's the only thing that we know. Everybody must have a house, everybody must have a job, everybody must have children. If you don't have a job and they say I'm a musician, people look and say, what? That's all. What is that? They don't even think it's a job. Okay, now there is so much of respect is there for musicians. But before I say I'm an artist, no respect. Same way, if you don't have children, oh, children not there, so you must do something to get children by hook or crook. The design may be that you don't want to have children. Instead, you want to just live life differently, spending time differently. There are various designs that we come and choose, experience life. So we must know with our utmost clarity, what is my life purpose? What's my design? What did I come here for? Now also know that if I don't like that design, I'll change it. I can create it. I'm the one to create. It's possible. I thought it has to be that way.
And one more thing, sir, from the day one, you know, when I listened your this meditation program, so I was so attracted by your words, sir. And from the day one, I started thinking that I want to talk to Chandra, sir. I want to talk to Chandra, sir. I don't know, today it happened, sir. I want to express all my feelings to Chandra, sir, and today it happened, sir.
All our thoughts and signals to each other. So the communication happened. Anyway, so that's great. I'm glad you are here. Everything, once we change our thought and we take our life into our hand, everything will happen automatically. So welcome to this program. Continue it. Next week, pay close attention. And then there'll be an online program after this is ended. This one ends around December 7th or 8th called I program, Elevate Your Energy, which is going into the deeper parts of my manifestation. Just go through the programs, you'll have everything done for you. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Everybody, all worries disappear.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Anjula ma'am. Even though it's 2 books that we are doing in the book club, You Are the Placebo and Secret, those both would be very helpful to you as well. You can
I attended
join
one.
us.
I attended one. Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome. Kavita ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, Chandra, thank you very much. It was a beautiful this thing on vegetarianism. Now, you know, I have been telling people, especially my husband is a total non-veg. So I have been, but he has reduced quite a lot. But he often says in his argument that even plants have life. So plants are also, if you are taking vegetarian food also, you are disturbing the. So I mean, it's the same thing. Now for
Hello. Lost madam? What is my connection?
Should I repeat?
No, I got it. So plants also have life, and so how can you eat plants when you cannot eat meat, right? That's the question.
Yeah, yeah.
Madam, there is a goat here, there is a plant here, the tree. Take a small branch from here and then take off the leg of this goat. Tell me how you feel, both of them in your hand. What is your feeling telling you when you have this goat here, you cut the leg, now it is shaking, blood is oozing, blood is all over there, and here you're taking a branch out of this tree. What does it look like? Are they same?
No, I don't have any this thing argument because I'm a pure
Forget about it.
vegetarian.
Now don't try to justify yourself. Now you're asking a question about so no one is branding you as meter, I know. So I'm just asking you to think from that perspective. First of all, we don't have to argue with people about this because you only tell, right? They're not arguments. But I want us to understand that taking a branch from a tree is not the same as cutting off a leg of an animal where it is struggling for life at that moment. They're not the same. The point I'm trying to say is that, yes, mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, human kingdom, angelic kingdom, all these are there. The consciousness, the consciousness levels are different at each of these kingdoms. Animals are more individualized consciousness, so they have a lot more pain, there's a lot more suffering compared to the plant kingdom. That's how we feel it, we sense that. And plants have more group consciousness. And so then the entire massive group together has consciousness, so they don't not individual identity, they're more group consciousness. So the levels of suffering are far, far, far smaller and compared to animal is getting more individualized. Animals are also a group, but they're more individualized. Compared to human, there's a lot more. So taking away an animal's leg is totally different. When for the sight of us, it's all about a feeling. Because our feelings reflect immediately what is the state of the other entity. Our feelings reflect because we're such a connected entity. So if I take off a few leaves, what if I take off skin, extract the skin of this thing? They're two different things. We know it because the pain that exhibits is know it. We can feel it. So that's how it is. The conscious level, the pain, the conscious level is less evolved as the plants compared to animals, compared to humans. And so yes, ultimately, where are we going? We go from non-veg to vegetarian to fruitarian to breatharian. You go there then. We can go. Jasmine, be on the breath and prana, nothing else.
Right. So Chandra, one more question is there. Like when you are saying the plants have lesser degree of consciousness, but we are not so much aware of the plant, how sensitive they are. Because they're also very, very sensitive to love, to touch, to feelings. So, like I've experienced plants through like anything if you love them. So they have emotions.
Madam, I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying they don't, they do.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is we go with what you are feeling. That's why you got to get developed because we are a feeling being. Everything is a feeling being, instincts being. So we develop that consciousness to be driven through our feelings. And so what you feel around is what you do. So scientifically speaking, they have consciousness. But ultimately, it comes to, like I said, when you talk about consciousness, you talk about levels of evolution of consciousness. You have to understand the group soul concept. The group soul concept means that as a group they come. So it's like this. If I have a lot of hair strands on my body, if I just pluck one hair out, how much pain you have? Versus, just pull multiple things together, how much pain you have? One strand, a little bit tiny. Everything together, oh my God, unbearable. Now, when I'm a group conscious, when I'm in the massive scale of all of them together, taking out a plant is like plucking a piece of hair. So, got to look from that perspective. The level of consciousness is different.
Okay. And what about the vegetarian?
Suffering is caused, pain is caused everywhere, consciousness, everything. You take a stone and hit the stone, there is consciousness, so there is potential suffering there. All right? But then we make, that's why it's all about conscious choices we make.
Hmm.
You want to live, sure. Live in a house that is sufficient enough for you when you develop that consciousness. Before it is okay. So everything comes to that and say, what are my true needs? I look at my true needs and then go with my true needs. Right? We move to that. Okay.
And Chandra, what about vegetarian eggs, the ones which are not fertilized? They don't have consciousness.
Madam, whichever can spring life, we
Yeah,
don't do that.
No, but the vegetarian eggs which are not fertilized, they can never become chicken.
Okay, if that is the case, I don't know. Again, the thing that not fertilized, I don't know where it's, everything has a potent in it. The life form, it's not the way you think it's not the way you think the life is coming. It's the because the life enters into something. Life enters into something.
I think the vegetarian eggs are without life because they just have the egg component. They don't have the potential.
It doesn't work that way, madam. Life enters. It's not the chemistry that we're talking about to enter. Life enters. The soul takes shape. Life into it. You can never tell whether it is there or not there. Life enters into something for it to carry on its next lifetime. That's how it is. Consciousness is something it has nothing to do with the physical way that we understand it and say, okay, this thing comes and meets this, and so something produces.
Yeah, because they can never become chicken. They never become chicken. So
you cannot tell, madam. It's not that way. It's not that way. You're only purely going by this modern scientific understanding that, okay, if this is there, then it will become chicken. You cannot, it's not that way. Where doctors said that, okay, some human, okay, it's impossible for you to get pregnancy, they became pregnant. How did it happen then? The medical system says it's not possible at all, and then later they carry. And so how is that happening? It's not the way you think. They simply go by the book and say, oh, this is not possible for it to be hatched. Not at all. Not at all. It is housing life. You can never tell whether it's housing life or not. You cannot tell.
Yeah. So I got it. I'm a pure vegetarian. I don't take garlic also or any of these stuff. So it's only for people who are around me that I'm asking you the questions to answer them.
Madam, you don't have to tell them. You know, when Khalil Gibran says, and of course the spiritual science says that children are not your children, they choose you. What does that mean? What does that mean? When is that consciousness entering? When a man and woman meet, and so that how is these children are not your children, they are choosing you as parents. So how is that happening? The consciousness enters. We put a physical reasoning to it. Now this goes to a different dimension. We put a physical reasoning and said, okay, man and woman meet, and so then some reaction happens, and so the life springs. Consciousness enters into it. Now consciousness decides to enter any time. Children are not our children, so we choose an environment, we choose parents, and we decide where to be, and we come in. And so all that requires is an environment. So you cannot tell egg is cannot be hatched, and so I can eat and all that, because you cannot tell. It's just an environment where life can grow, and the consciousness decide to enter, it will happen. That's the reason when the medical system says that this person can now never conceive, but they do conceive, and it happens. Many times, miraculously, they do conceive. Medical system writes off, but later, after a few days of meditation, where many things happen, and then they conceive. Because they have intense desire, they conceive. It happens. You've seen so many miraculous stories of people conceiving in the system set, so we cannot see it. Okay. But I understand you're asking for, we don't have to ask for everybody, madam. Okay.
Yeah.
We have to
Thank
clarify
you.
for ourselves, that's all. We don't have to ask for others.
Thank you, Kavita ma'am. Sir, it's past 8 o'clock. Do you want to take more questions now, today or tomorrow?
Okay. Let's listen to. Will you have a book club today?
Not today.
Okay. Another 5 minutes we'll go. Whatever question you can take.
Okay. Sasiji, please unmute yourself.
Namaste, Chandra sir.
Yes. Namaste, madam.
Thank you very much for the sessions. I have started doing meditation regularly. My thoughts have been reduced drastically, and I feel the way I respond to things is even changed now. I'm little calm now, but I feel that my energy is low. So I wanted to ask, why am I feeling so?
Madam, many things happen in meditation. We cannot tell why something happens. There's an intense healing process can also make us feel that way. A lot of times, a lot of healing happens in the body. Okay. And this, our best is to not analyze. We only have to continue the practice, and then if you're feeling better overall and certain areas are changing, that means certain areas are probably we're going to drop down. All right, we're going to remove. So the feeling of low in energy can be of various reasons. If there is some deep, strong desire that is held back, that is there for you, but it dissolves, and so there's a part of you saying, hey, how can I let go? That can also cause us to low energy. There's healing happening, of course, there can be low energy. So many reasons. Continue the practice and you'll be out of it. You just started, right? Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Sashi. Sir, you do have 8 a.m. meeting though. You want to continue or?
Okay, I do have a meeting now.
The facilitator.
Take out room. Yes. Yes, Ashokji, that's a question. Yes.
Thank you, Chandra sir. Thank you, Ani madam, and thank you, Meena madam, and thank you, masters. Sir, I want to say two things. My day starts now with meditation and eat. I am taking this, I am considering this platform eat. So my day is very, very happy. I'm experiencing very happy during the day. So I express my gratitude for that, sir. Number one. And number two, sir, I was eating eggs up to 1987. I have taken this tandoori chicken once or twice, and it was very tasty. But I stopped taking it. So I said taste is not this thing on priority. So what happened, sir? I stopped taking even the cakes during the parties, birthday parties or something. Cakes made with the eggs. So I was initially feeling embarrassing situations, but now what is happening is, after some time, what is happening is, even they prepare our extended families, and in the family, they prepare the cake without eggs when they know that I am there in the party. So this has a very good thing. And second is, sir, I think we are killing not the animals not for eating. We are killing these lower forms of life like insects or virus or bacteria for our survival. So I think it may be right for higher evolved life, for the sake of higher evolved life, if the lower evolved life is to be killed, then I think it is right. Otherwise, I don't even kill flies, sir. I don't kill flies. I will try to take out the fly from if the fly is disturbing me or mosquito is disturbing me. So
everything has to happen in a natural process. We don't say I'm killing something. Everything is a natural process. All right. In the natural process, what happens. You and I cannot stop.
No, we are spraying. Sir, we are spraying pesticides, and then we are
wrong. Which is wrong.
It's wrong.
Because
that is what I want to understand.
We feel that it's going to harm us. And so we do, for example, Before meditation, we used to put pesticides for, get rid of cockroaches. But now we don't do. When cockroaches also disappear, communicate, they go.
Okay, sir.
We communicate, they go. We don't have any pesticides at our home. We don't do that at all. Stopped taking them. But life
So
is...
I also don't have cockroach in my home. Probably that may happen because of communication only. Probably, yes. We are not using pesticides.
See, first of all, we have to become strong in our mind that my body is me and my thought, not some external environment. Oh, this mosquito bite, you might have malaria, I'm going to get malaria. Okay, boom, we get something. So we got to change from all of that perspective, number one. The mosquitoes are going to harm us, it's going to get us. What we think is what we inject into our body. So when we get through those, and say animals are living, insects are living, everything is living, we continue our life. But in self-defense, of course, we do in self-defense. If an animal is chasing and then trying to kill you, and then you want to do self-defense, you understand it. If you feel that's the right thing, you do it. It's okay, right? But not otherwise, right? Okay, thank you. Great. So you're not killing anything. Is we develop. That's why please remove that bat that just takes off mosquitoes as much as possible. Racket. Okay, just do it some other way.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, dear friends. So we'll meet back tomorrow. Some of you raise questions, hands, and we'll be happy to answer them tomorrow after the session. So we'll see you all. Yes, Minaji.
Thank you, everybody. Looking forward to see you, everyone, tomorrow. Thanks.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You're capable of anything. You can achieve any dream. Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life limited. It's not all sadness and misery. Life's a challenge, but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. Work on yourself daily. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you.
Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.